Greetings and welcome to another lock update with Queen Tasha. I am celebrating my 4-year loc-a-versary of my lock extensions and my lock journey. And I'm super excited about it that I have come this long with this hair journey. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. So before I get into my review and my update, I just wanted to share with you that every year for my loc-a-versary, and I did this earlier than my loc-a-versary, but because it just needed to be done, I was like, I really want to do the snip. But I did it around February. I cut or trimmed, I won't say cut, I trimmed my lock extensions to cut them down a little bit and cut them out a little bit. So that's what I do every year. These lock extensions are good for 5 years and we are on year 4. So I just been snipping and snipping, and I always snip in the same pace. I do it right above my boobs, which is where I originally got my lock extensions down to. So when she put them in, this is the length that I originally got to be right here. Probably it was right there, but right around here. And so that's where I cut it every year. I like this length. Greetings, I'm Queen Tasha and welcome to my channel, Queen Tasha TV, where I share my very unique and alternative lifestyle from RV life and travel adventures to DIYs, how-tos, healthy living, and sustainability. I want to put a young black face to alternative living and inspire those watching that it's okay to be different and live your own best life. Please subscribe and join me each week on my journey to live fearlessly free. So I'm almost done with the locks extensions. Let's see, let me find one that would be a good example. Well, this one, the extension came out, and this is all my hair. So the way my hair works, the way my hair growth pattern works is like all around my edges, it's really, really thin hair, but it grows really fast. And then in the middle, it's really, really thick and coarse, but it takes forever to grow. So like around the edges, like stuff will snap, but like I'll start a new lock. Like some of these are like baby locks back here that I'll start again from like the hair that it breaks from, because it gets really weak around the root. And I don't even know if you can see this because my head is, but yeah. Okay. So, and so this is a baby lock. These are one that I started because something back there came out or whatever, and this hair just grows really fast. And I have another one that I'm starting right here that I started not too long ago, and I have another one on the side. So that's the way my edges work. You know, I was cursed to have baby hair for the rest of my so it's baby hair around the edges, which is cute if you want to pull a little out, but like it goes way too far back. And so all that hair is just, you know, it grows really fast, but it breaks off really fast. So, you know, it is what it is. But let me find another one that I can show you that has the locks still in it, that kind of gives you an example of where my hair. Here's a good one. Here's a good one. All right, so this one's coming from where the hair starts getting thick back here. And so this is like what I pointed out is the slow growth hair. So over the last 4 years, right here is where the extension starts. The rest of the extension that's in there. And I kept it in there. It's giving me the little bit of length left that I want until my hair gets down to that point. But yeah, this is where the extension is starting. This is what's left of it. So next year I'll cut that down, and hopefully my hair will be down to the length. And if it's not, I'm taking them out next year. I mean, you know, whatever's left is coming out either next year or, you know, sometime in between this year and next year. It was a 5-year benchmark. So yeah, those are my locks. So I'm gonna show you a little fun montage of how I cut my hair recently. So check that out. Everybody smoking all the greenery. Close the match 'cause they were handed down to me. But I'm still fly, I know. I'm still fly, let's go. It could all be worse, I could be a hater like you. It could all be worse. Pills to make the man, but that poison's gonna chew you from the inside out. So right now, say it with your chest now, say it with your chest now. I'm young, I'm free, can't nobody take me here and now. It's my time to run it out. It's my time, it's my time to ride it. I'm young, I'm free, can't nobody take me here and now. It's my time to run it out. It's my time, it's my time, it's my time to ride it out. It's your time, oh. Cheers to all the haters, 'cause you proved to me that rising to the top was my destiny. And you can see whatever from behind me, but I'm still fly, I know. I'm still fly, let's go. It could all be worse, I could be a hater like you. It could all be worse. Close to make the man, but that poison's gonna kill you from the inside out. It's time to say it with your chest now, say it with your chest now. I'm young, I'm free, can't nobody take me here and now. It's my time to run it out. It's my time, it's my time to ride it. I'm young, I'm free, can't nobody take me here and now. It's my time to run it out. It's my time, it's my time, it's my time to ride it out. It's your time, oh. If you're on the bus, say yeah. Yeah. If you're on a train, say yeah. Yeah. If you gotta walk, say yeah. Yeah. Everybody's going somewhere. Yeah. Young or old, I really don't care. Yeah. Life has never really been fair. Yeah. So put your fist up in the air. Yeah. Say yeah. I'm young, I'm free, can't nobody take me here and now. It's my time to run it out. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that. I had fun making that. So yeah, on to the lock extension review after 4 years. I am still loving the lock journey. I do plan on continuing this journey for quite some time. This is the most freeing hairstyle that I've had. I thought that when I was wearing wigs that was like really freeing because you know, I had my hair underneath that I was taking care of, and then I would just throw a wig on. It was fun. I could change up the wig style and all that stuff, but there's a lot that goes into wig care, and there's a lot that goes into making sure it stays nice, and just a lot of that. It was fun, but when it was coming to it and I was starting to get tired, I was tired of buying new wigs. I was tired of refreshing the ones that I had, because I would refresh that wig. I would refresh it couple of times before I would, you know, retire it. And I only bought cheap synthetic wigs, so it wasn't like I was spending a whole lot of money on each wig. But you know, over time, I was an everyday wig wearer for, I would say, 5-6 years, and it was fun. But you know, you know, getting in the pool, is your wig gonna fall up? You know, going on a roller coaster, is it gonna, you know, you just never you can never be too sure about what might snatch your wig. And that whole thought process keeps you from doing a lot of stuff. And plus, you know, the more you get it wet and stuff, just like your regular hair, like, the more it, like, starts to deteriorate over time. Especially if you put it in a pool or put it in the ocean. You can't really be free with it. But, yeah, so I did that chop. And I did it early because I was just, like, there was a couple, like, I have some where, like this one, where between where the lock kind of ends here and then like the rest of the extension, it started to get weak in a spot, and I was just like, it was driving me nuts. I was like, I just want to cut it, but I was like, I'll wait till my Loc-a-versary. I was like, but I just want to cut it. So I just got to a point where I was just like, I'm gonna do the chop now. And there's still a couple like that one, and I can repair them. I have the stuff to repair them, but it's just like, as it's, you know, starting to be more wear on it from its original, you know, original time that it was put in, it's just, you know, going, and that's what happens with, you know, hair like this. It's human hair, but, you know, it's not on a human. It's on me, and I'm a human, but like, it's not on the original human that it grew from. But yeah, so I am still doing, I've probably got more lax on my, you know, maintenance, the 6 to 8 week maintenance. I would say probably not that. I probably let new growth be new, you know, grow out for a lot longer, and having this, you know, where you can't see my scalp kind of look longer than normal, which is okay. But I wash my hair in between. I just don't wash my hair. I do scalp massages, hot oil treatments and things like that. I just don't retwist it, and it's just because I'm to that point where I'm starting to be overdoing it myself all the time. This whole time that I've been doing this lock journey, since the initial time that I got it done and the initial time that I got it retwisted, which I went there to get it retwisted by her just so I can confirm what the kind of techniques that I had seen on YouTube videos and stuff like that, but just also to feel it. And after that, I've been doing my own hair since then, and let me tell you, it is a whole day process. And if you watch my last year's lock review, I go talk about that, but it's like a whole day. It's at least, I would say, 8 to 10 hours from initial, like, I like to do like some type of quarterly maintenance where I'll do like either a hot oil treatment or a hair mask or apple cider vinegar rinse or something like that. So that's to prep it, and then you gotta wash it, which is a whole process, because you gotta wash in sections. You gotta really get in there. I'm trying to get residue out. I'm trying to, you know, do, and not, my everyday washes are not that intense, but like when I'm gonna retwist it, like I make sure that I do that. It's part of maintenance for me. And so after the washing, then it's time to sit down and, hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. There was some flies trying to get out of the little screen that I have, and they were just like driving me nuts sitting there, because I don't want the flies being there. They're annoying. But anyways. So yeah, after I do any of the prep stuff that I'm gonna do to prep my hair to retwist it, that's a whole process. And then it probably takes me by myself, I would say, between 3 and 6 hours. And it's like, when I'm doing it, like, I'm like, it can't be that long. But like, I'll go through like a couple, like I'll watch like 2-3 movies while I'm doing it, or I'll binge watch a show, and I'm just like, I'm still not done. Like, I'm like, my hair, the way that it looks, like, I have a fairly large head, and it doesn't look like it. Or maybe it looks like it, I don't know. But in the back, and you can't really tell, but like in the back, my hair back here, I remember when I was getting my hair braided when I was younger, this section would always be done so quick, and I'm like, oh yes, I'm almost halfway done. But it's like there's not, my head narrows right here, so there's not a whole lot of hair in that area. It's all up here on my dome. Like this whole quadrant right here, this is where most of the work is. And when you separate that into two, like, it's just and then my arms get tired, then I have to stop to eat or I have to stop to smoke, and it's a whole day process. And so I've been really slacking on doing the maintenance as often. And I recently had one of my homegirls retwist my hair, and she's been the first person that's retwisted it since I've gotten it done, since the initial person that did it. And it only took like maybe 2 hours, maybe less than that, and it was done. And I was just like, see, this is why I need to find some. But I'm always traveling. It's really hard to find somebody that I would trust to put their hand in my head with their energy and not know them and not know their style and all that stuff. And yeah, at least I know my homegirl, and she's done it before. It would just be nice to have a partner that's going along with me on this journey that can retwist my hair, that wouldn't mind retwisting my hair. I will cook, clean, all the stuff. Just retwist my hair. I wash my hair too. Like, I just need you to retwist it. Just retwist it. I just don't want to do that part anymore, or just not all the time. Because I'm cheap, and that's the reason. That's one of the main reasons why I did it, but also because I'm traveling, or I'm in different places in different times. And just like when you have to find a new barber or find a new nail place or whatever when you go to a new town, like, that's my life. So, and I enjoy my life, but it makes it difficult to find somebody to hook you up in the hair department. So yeah, that, as far as maintenance, but overall, like, last year was the year of like the breakthrough for me, where I was like, okay, I'm comfortable enough with how I'm doing it, how it's growing, how it's locking, that I'm ready to be free. And like, I traveled all last year, and it was the first time that I got in the ocean and purposely was about, like, okay with getting my hair wet and just being free in the ocean, not worrying about what was gonna get in it and anything. And that's something I haven't been able to do since I was a kid. Like, literally since I was a kid. Like, really submerge my head into water, not worry about the consequences of my hair, my makeup either. Like, I have insecurities about my my face, but like, mainly it was about my hair. It was about being able to just like, yep, I'm gonna go in the water, and if my hair gets wet, it's fine. Like, it will dry, so then I'll wash it, and it will dry again. Like, but I'm not worried about it getting wet. And it was so freeing. And if you're a Black woman, you understand what I mean by that. Our hair definitely can hinder us from a lot of activities and things that we want to do and be free, just like the white girls, just like anybody that has natural hair that, doesn't have to do too much to it when it gets wet, or when it gets wet, it recovers well in a well-shaped form, and you don't have to really do too much to it to continue on with your day. That type of freedom. And I got to experience that, and it was such an awesome day. Like, it was such an awesome day of doing that, just frolicking, and just, I was snorkeling in the ocean, put my mask on, got my hair wet, just was in there. A couple times I was just floating in the water. Like, it was awesome. It was so awesome. And I've done that now so many times in the pool, in the ocean, and I don't worry about my hair getting wet. Now, I don't want to get it wet all the time, so I do, you know, put it up and try not to get it wet sometimes, you know, just if I don't feel like going through that, but I don't let it hinder me from activities. If my hair gets wet, it gets wet. It's gonna look like this, wet and dry and all of it. So like, I don't have to worry about any of that. I also enjoy not having to like necessarily style it. Like, my styling routine has also kind of went down a little bit from full-time traveling and it being cold for one parts of that, but anyways, being able to basically, I have a water bottle, a squirt bottle. I moisturize my hair with water, and then I lock in the moisture with some oil. I have some oil to, you know, help with the edges, and then I usually put avocado oil in my hair. Like, that's really it. Like, I ran out, so I need to get some more, but I usually just lock in my moisture with avocado oil. It's a great oil for your hair to help lock in moisture and keep that moisture in and not just sit on top of it. It absorbs into the follicles or whatever, and it has a lot of good protein rich whatever to, you know, it's good for your hair. for my type of hair, particularly, and because I have really dry, like, my hair is usually dry, so that's like a must. And sometimes I don't do it every day. I don't do it like every other day, but I try to do it every day just to keep this, you know, bird's nest from getting too dry, because if you let your hair get too dry, it will get matted in there. And I don't do mats. Like, I don't know how people with locks, that, you know, that happens. Like, I'm constantly running my hands through my head and stuff like that. I'm touching my hair all right now. Anyways, I just love being in there. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this style. Really enjoying this hair journey, lock journey, and when I can afford and or have a partner, either way, to have somebody retwist my hair on a more regular basis, more 6 to 8 week basis than I'm doing now, which I'm doing probably like between 3 and 4 months. I think I locked it maybe, I think I retwisted it myself maybe less than a handful of times last year. And I'll do like the front, like if I'm going somewhere, I might, you know, I'll redo the front, put a little thing over it and it'll be fine, you know what I'm saying? But like, I won't redo the whole thing. I didn't redo the whole thing a lot last year, and that was okay. Like, I was swimming, I was in nature, I was living my best life, and I didn't have to be concerned about my hair. And that's another bonus. Like, I don't need to be concerned. It's growing, it's locking, it's doing what it's gonna do. It looks beautiful. You know, I'll throw it up in a little thing like this every once in a while, just give a different look or something, you know. But I don't have to be concerned about it. And that is also so freeing. Like, I can just get up and go. And I don't have to worry about my hair. I can run my hand through my hair, not worrying about messing up a style. It's just free. It's more of the stuff that I don't have to do than what I do have to do. And I really love it. And I encourage anybody who's on the cuff right now about getting locks, if you don't want to go through the short phase like I didn't want to, lock extensions is an option. And my locks still look pretty good. They're still pretty healthy. My locks are looking good. This is like leftover purple, it's kind of faded out, and the lock extensions still look natural, and it doesn't look distinctly different from my hair. I don't have any more color in there. I cut all the rest of the color out during the last snip, but yeah, it's it's so wonderful, and I wish I did it sooner. And anybody that's thinking about doing it, I'm saying, like, do it. It's a great investment. It's a huge initial investment depending on who you get it done from or where you get it done. But it is so worth that investment. I'm telling you. I'm not thinking about that couple $100 investment to get my hair done. People get that done in one shot and they have to go redo it again, getting a weave. Like, I know people that get weaves that cost $1,000 for one time. They might be able to reuse that hair maybe 1 or 2 more times, but like, it costs $1,000 for the hair and style in one shot, and it's not permanent. I spent about less than $600 to get this done. I'm set for life if I want to be. So, to me, totally worth it. And loving every minute of it. I don't know what else to say, but here we come, year 5, where the rest of the locks will be lock extensions. I will be cutting that out, like I said, sometime between now and the end of next year of my Loc-a-versary in March. And yeah, and then I'll be free of the extensions, and it will just be me in my crown growing this beautiful mane. And I love it. I love it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this review up. If you have any questions for me personally about how I got it done, I can't really tell you where I got it done because I know it was in Tampa. I don't remember the lady's name, and I don't know if she's there anymore, to be honest. And she ended up doing a great job, and I'm super happy with the work still. And yeah, here come year 5. Well, that's all for me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Peace and blessings. I'm out.